Hello my dear students, once again I welcome you all to your history online class. So in today's class we will be doing the continuation part of your second chapter, that is known as the early nationalist movement. So if you have seen the first part of this chapter's video, there I have explained you regarding the 18th to 19th centuries, that how the European nations became most powerful towards the topic called industrial revolution with lots of inventions and lots of machine. So again today we will be focusing on what were the main causes that ultimately led to the civil war between the northern states and southern states of America. So let's start. The first topic we see that how the American Civil War took place in the year of 1861 and it got ended in the year of 1865 between the two states known as northern states as well as the southern states. Northern states, they were very much advanced towards the industrialization, different types of industries, factories were set up. But we see in the southern states, they were giving more advance towards only the manual labor or the agriculture basis, where lots of laborers, lots of workers was required. And all those kinds of laborers and workers were being with the slaves who were being brought from the African nations who had got no wages. There was lots of poor conditions as well as there were lots of auctions that was being put on those kinds of slaves that were being brought from the African country. So southern states, they wanted to keep slaves, whereas northern states, they wanted to free slaves. So on this topic we see that how the civil war broke out in the year of 1861, and finally we see that how the 16th US president known as Abraham Lincoln, he supported towards northern states that they have to free all the slaves, those who were being brought from African nations, and even they have got lots of freedom, lots of expectation. They also have got the right to equality, liberty, and that brought him to be the one of the great president of America. And he took the stage that how the American Revolution took place in the year of 1861. So based on this civil war, even a writer known as Harriet Beecher Stowe also has written a novel based on slavery with the topic known as Uncle Tom's Cabin. Then we see that how the Gettysburg Address, that means after having the civil war which lasted for almost 4 years, and finally on 2nd April 1861 it got started, and after that we see that 6 lakh soldiers were being killed in the civil war between the northern states as well as the southern states, but Abraham Lincoln supported the northern states. After that we see that how there was an address which is also remarkable in the European history based on the Gettysburg Address, where in the year of 1863 it was being signified, it was being announced to all the citizens of America that abolition of slavery has been completely done. No kinds of slaves will be staying in any of the northern states or in the southern states. Then we see even there was a 13th Amendment Act published in the year of 1865, and lots of constitution based on slaves were also made, that even they have got full rights to stay independent and no kind of domination will be done by the southern states and the leaders. Next we talk about the French Revolution. So French Revolution mainly implies that what were the main drastic changes that ultimately led in a country called France. And even in the French Revolution we see it got started in the year of 1789 to 1799. It went for almost 1 decade, that is 10 years, and within this 10 years lots of changes also emerged. And we talked regarding the 18th century, that how there were 3 types of classes or the people who resided in the France society. First talking about the clergy, second the nobles, and the third known as the commoners. So France was actually a constitutional monarchy country, where whoever were the king, whoever were the leaders, they had got more power, using lots of their authority, and even talking about their powers and the rights. But based on these 3 kinds of society classes, we see that lots of discrimination was being done based on these commoners, because the commoners had to pay lots of taxation to the France government, whereas the first clergy and the second, the nobility, they used to live a lots of luxurious life. So they also started raising their voice, protesting against those kinds of system that was been prevalent in France country. And based on these three kinds of classes, we see that even the French philosophers like Rousseau, Voltaire, even they have given the statement or books was been written mainly focusing that all are equal in the eye of French government, and for that three valuable words: liberty, that is freedom; equality, all are equal in the eye of France law; and fraternity, a symbol of brotherhood. This powerful words was been given as a statement by the French philosophers Voltaire, Rousseau and many others. Next we focus on the topic of mass gathering. That means lots of people, they gather in a particular place, capital of France, in the Paris on 14th of July 1789, mainly demonstrating based on the equality, liberty and fraternity. And then we talk about one of the great leaders of France known as Napoleon Bonaparte in the year of 1804, how he also won lots of territories for France, especially even he changed the system of taxation. New laws and orders, new kind of constitution was also formed. And we talk about the conquest land, lots of his contribution, emerging effect towards the three countries especially known as Spain, Italy and Germany. So these were mainly focused and he got victory. But finally when he wanted to reach to the highest peak after being one of the great king, we see year of 1815 how he got defeated in the Battle of Waterloo by the Duke of Wellington, and Wellington is the capital of New Zealand, and the Duke, they mainly gave a defeating comeback to Napoleon Bonaparte. So after Napoleon Bonaparte got defeat, he had to go for exile for almost 6 years in St. Helena, and later on he died in there St. Helena. So this we see the end of Napoleon Bonaparte, one of the great leader who also had done lots of contribution and efforts for his nation, but ultimately the year 1815 was a remarkable point where he had to face defeat and he was being sent to exile for 6 years in St. Helena. So this was overall the topic for today's class. Hope you have understood. Till then, thank you. God bless.